Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Kamen Rider Spike 2.0 back again once again. Today people said we're here for Kamen Rider Zeztz episode 20, and in this episode we get introduced to agent number 5 or code number 5, and this guy is brutal. But in this episode we see that our characters are put in our new dream world for tonight, or multiple nights. Is basically an RPG, basically an old school sort of kind of like RPG type of game, and we see that Nem is she's the hero. She's categorized as the hero for this episode and for this dream. And we have two kid characters, and it seems like that big-eyed kind of kitty kind of nightmare is taking the reins in this for our nightmare in this episode. Well, it just for this episode alone, and it seems like we're going to have a swarm type of nightmare thing going on. But we see that Kreha, or code number 6, she is basically, her mission is to basically hunt down code number 4, or Nox, and she's basically getting ready to hunt. She's basically hunting down Nox, and we see that Baku is the one that's hunting down the nightmare. Now Baku and the rest of his crew, they're basically hunting down the nightmare, and they actually get in contact with one of the kids. Turns out this kid is like a small little artist, and he's been drawing stuff, and he ends up drawing like a nightmare. He either draws a nightmare, but it's not the nightmare that we see in this episode. Turns out this nightmare is essentially the Demon King, and we get like glimpses and stuff like that of the Demon King's like castle, like stronghold. And Baku's mission is basically destroy the enemy's stronghold. That's his mission. But Kreha and it seems like code number 5, agent number 5, they are basically after Nox. They're after Nox and get ready to bring Nox in and basically get any information they can get out of him. So this episode was basically a lot of action, and also when it came down to Baku fighting the bug-eyed nightmare, it seems like this nightmare isn't really all that cognizant. Like it's cognizant, but the nightmare seems like it's very kiddie, like it's a kid, and it kind of like acts like a kid. It kind of like acts like a bad little kid, right? So and it doesn't seem all that strong. Like Baku's able to just like mollywop this freaking thing. And we get a return of the base form. We get a return of base form Zeztz, and it seems like he's just able to just like overall just really mollywop this thing. He's chasing it all throughout the forest, and we see that Nem and the other two kids, they're back at the like little castle base, and they're basically hiding from Nox. Like Nox is in the dream, he's hiding, and they're hiding from him. But we see that Nox does get intercepted by Kreha, who put a tracker on him earlier in the episode. She shot at him and put a tracker on him earlier in the episode, so now she's tracking him down. We see that when she does end up meeting up with him, he ends up transforming, and she calls him a traitor, and she says traitors have no future. She calls him a traitor, and then that's when Nox henshins, but he tells her to henshin, but out of nowhere he gets hit in the back by code number 5, or agent number 5. I gotta say agent number 5. He gets hit by agent number 5 and immediately starts fighting him, and he's, this guy's brutal. Like you could tell that this guy's the strong man of our riders that we have. So far we got 5 riders. No, 4. We have 4 riders. Well, Kreha hasn't henshined. She doesn't henshin in this episode. She henshins in the next episode, and her suit looks pretty freaking cool. We've seen it before in if you've seen it before in like scans and leaks and stuff like that. But we did see it. We are gonna see its full debut in the next episode. And it turns out code number 5, while he's fighting Nox, he's beating the crap out of Nox. Like Nox is barely getting any hits in on this guy. Like he is overwhelming Nox. He even ends up taking Nox's weapon, our sword that also turns into a gun, our gun blade. He basically takes it from Nox, and he knows how to use it, and he literally says like, hey, I'm the type of guy that doesn't give up until my enemy is destroyed. And them being in the being in the dream world and stuff like that, he ends up throwing Nox into a torture room. He literally says, "Welcome to the torture room," and he's beating the crap out of Nox, and he ends up chaining Nox up to the wall. And he tells Nox, he says, "Hey, we're taking you in. What are you using the nightmares to do and things like that?" And Nox he's not budging. Like he basically says that an epic nightmare is about to happen. All the nightmares are basically connected, and we get flashbacks of when all the butterflies fell down on everybody in the city and things like that. And we get a glimpse of all the bug-eyed nightmare, but it's a bunch of them. And we get a glimpse of this like altar with like this statue on it. It has like candles around it, and we see a bunch of the dream doors, and we get flashes of all the kids that we have seen in this episode, all the kids that at the village that we saw in the dream, all those kids, and the other 2 kids that we're traveling with right now. Turns out this bug-eyed nightmare may be like a nightmare that's that all these kids are dreaming about, possibly. And Neb even talks about how that was the nightmare that she saw in her subconscious. So after Baku ends up destroying one of those, destroying the bug-eyed nightmare, a bunch of other ones start to appear, and they basically run off and try and get him to chase them. So maybe this nightmare is the way it is because it's like the nightmare of a kid. Like it's acting like they're all acting like bad little kids. So that most likely is going to be like the swarm or like infestation, like nightmare infestation thing that's going on right now. And we get another glimpse of the Demon King's castle in this episode too. So it turns out most likely the Demon King nightmare is most likely going to be the like ending nightmare that we're going to have to take out. But this swarm nightmare most likely is going to have to be the one we got to take them out, and maybe simultaneously, like all of them at the same time type of thing. But yeah, man, this episode was really good though. I did like the introduction to Code Number 5. Hopefully we're gonna get his like backstory and things like that later on, most likely. And we see that Baku, Kureha, and Code Number 5, well, Agent Number 5, they all end up meeting each other in the next episode too. So I'm really looking forward to that. Can't wait to see and hear that conversation. But yeah, Agent Number 5, I like him. I like his suit. I like how he's like brutal, like how he is like that. And it turns out now we have all the agents technically. We have Agent Number 3, who hasn't mentioned yet. We have Agent Number 4, Agent Number 5, Agent Number 7, which is Baku, and Agent 0, who is basically Zero himself. So the only one we don't have, we have 2 through, no, who's 2? Well, yeah, we don't have 1 and 2, but we have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 6, 7. But yeah, and 0. Yeah, we have 0. But I can't wait to see like what Agent Number 1 and 2 are gonna look like and whose side they're gonna be on. And it seems like Agent Number 3 is about that business. Like he's about getting the mission done and things like that. I really like, judging from how he looks, he seems like maybe like a secret villain or maybe something like that, or he could not be. We don't know yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if he is like a secret villain or something like that, or has like some secret agenda. But other than that, so far he's just a big strict boss. And I like that about him. And also it kind of seems kind of weird that Baku hasn't had any other interactions with him except the first time he met him, and he also hasn't made any interactions with the rest of Baku's crew and everything like that. Our 2 police officers, his little sister and things like that. Like when they were going over the Black case and they were going over like the bug-eyed nightmare, he wasn't there. And we actually see him outside this time talking to Kureha, giving her like her mission, giving her basically talk about the mission and how's it going and stuff like that. So I'm wondering when is Baku gonna have like another interaction with him? And also, does he only appear? I don't think he just appears in the dream world. That'd be stupid. But at the same time, I'm just wondering when he's gonna actually interact with Agent Number 3 again. But other than that, this was a great episode. I really did like it. I really liked the fighting in this episode. Was really good. It felt kind of cool, felt kind of good seeing Nox get his butt kicked and actually seeing Kureha work, man. I like, outside of the suit, like, she seems like she's a very capable agent slash writer. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how she does in this series. But yeah, guys, what you guys think about this episode of Kamen Rider Zeztz, man? This episode was great. How'd you feel about it? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you made it this far into the video, I thoroughly do appreciate it. You guys are the best. But other than that, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and remember, as I always say, stay ancient.
Yeah, the shining golden sign.